It's Saturday afternoon, half the weekend is already gone. So as you're coming in, let us know where you're watching from in the comments below. Today we're going to be making a Valentine wreath on the 24-inch grapevine. We will also be incorporating teddy bear. So I've picked out some beautiful flowers for today's wreath. Hey Carolyn. And then we got some beautiful peonies. And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to accent it with Lily of the Valley. So that's going to be gorgeous to incorporate all of this together. I'm also using the same greenery that I used last night because I think it's just so beautiful. How beautiful that is. And also first, what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to secure my bear to the wreath. Now this wreath right here will be perfect to go on a door that's covered. Since we're adding the bear, this would not be suitable to go on a door that is not covered. Gatlinburg. I knew it. So what I'll have y'all done in Gatlinburg? There's so much to do. I love Gatlinburg. Hey Mary. How are you this evening? So I'm just going to go in, I'm going to add my bear to the wreath. I'm just going to wire him in so that way he's secured. Hey Pam. Yes, Missy, you just see me. And guys, the Mevo has charged all day. So before I came on, it said 96%. So hope and pray that it does not decide to shut off this evening. That's my biggest fear now. Instead of coming live, is my fear is the Mevo's going to die in the middle of making something. Hi Lisa. The winter part. Oh, does it have a water? It has a water part. Oh, that's amazing. I love Gatlinburg. Pigeon Porch. Have you went to the Christmas store? Thanks, Karen. Alright. So I just secured him to the... Ready to add another piece of wire to him because he wants to flop around here and I don't want that. Well, he's giving me a little difficulty here. But we'll get it. Hey Lenora, hey Stephanie. How are you all tonight? Hopefully you all have been enjoying your weekend. And thank you all for tuning in. It's hard to believe it's almost over. We're halfway over through the weekend. The weekends don't last long enough. Oh, thanks, Sharon. Thanks for the share. So once I get everything around this, you're not going to really see a lot of the bear, but you'll still see it, but you won't see him being stretched out like this. Hey Trina, hey Janet. How are you all tonight? Alright, he ain't going nowhere now. So there, just secured the bear to the wreath. It's cold here, Lenore, too. Hey Debbie, how are you? That's why I'm wearing a hoodie, because I have froze all day. I do not know why, but it's been cold. Trina, you're at work and you're watching me on live. That's awesome. We won't tell. Alright, so I'm just going to cut this up, and then we'll go in and add this to the wreath. Thanks, Pam. So who watched the video earlier of behind the scenes of all the glassware that we just got? If you did, comment below if you've watched that video. Alright. I'm just going to go in and add some greenery. This camera is set in the same place, and it just seems like it's moved on me. It could be. It could be yours if you want it. It will look beautiful on your door. Hey Natalie. Hey Lisa. You got too cold as I got to the cooler. Yeah, we keep it about 38 to 40 for flowers. I do at occasion take it down to 35, but when it comes to holiday, I don't take it that low because it's too close to freezing and anything could happen. Hey Leslie, thanks for the share. Alright, we'll cut these apart. Hi Karen. And if this is y'all's first time watching, let us know in the comments. So we go tomorrow to pick up greens, and there's a lot of boxes. And then flowers will be in next weekend for Valentine's that we'll start preparing to get them all in water conditioned and so they can start opening up a little bit. Oh, thanks Tracy. Thanks for watching. So glad that you joined us. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go in and add some of this greenery. This was a mixed bush that I had that I just cut apart. No, I don't want that long. Hi Sandy. Hey Warren. Hey Susan. So as you can see, I'm just going in and I'm just adding greenery all the way around the wreath base. Can't wait for my stand to come so I can actually put it up on the easel, and that way you can see, you know, straight on of how I'm designing. So hopefully that will be here next week, hopefully. Alright. So I'm just going in and adding a little bit more greenery around the outside of the base. Thank you. Alright. So I'm going to go back in with this greenery. So what is y'all's favorite color rose for Valentine's? Comment below and let us know. What's your favorite flower or your favorite flowers to get for Valentine's Day? Hey Emily, hey Carolyn. Thanks, Emily. Pink and red roses. Charlotte says pink and red roses. That is a beautiful combination. Carnations. I love carnations too. They last so long. Hey Tammy. Red and yellow. That's a pretty combination too. Why is this? There we go. I was like, why is that doing that? Alright. So that's after I added all the greenery around the base. Hey Elizabeth. Alright, so now I'm going to, actually, I normally don't do this, but I'm going to add my ribbon first before I go and add the flowers. So we're going to do some bow making. Emily says red roses. open all this ribbon. And we do have this ribbon available in the store for purchase. How pretty. Hey Stephanie. Trina says, we are having a prom for all our clients Friday. I can't wait. I'm going to be part of it. That is going to be so much fun. That is going to be so much fun. Shared to 35 groups. I love you, Trina. Alright. So we're going to start with this ribbon. Is that pretty? I'm just going to add a couple loops, because this is going to be my base ribbon to start with as the foundation of the bow. Alright, then we're going to add some pink. And I'll zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. All right. So Trina works for, Trina, tell them where you work at. Trina has an amazing job for caring for others. You're giving Warren a hard time. Alright, so now I'm going to go back in. I'm going to add this ribbon. And I'll go back and I'll dovetail all these at the end. So now I'm going to go back in, I'm going to add the stripe ribbon. So that's where we're at the moment. Thanks, Richard. And then we're going to go back in with this burlap with hearts and put a loop in the middle. So there we go. We have our first bow. Hey Angie, how are you tonight? So I'm just going to fluff this out. All my tails turn straight, going downward. So there we go. We have our first bow. I'm going to add 2 of these to the wreath. Hey Phyllis. Thank you. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Thanks, Emily. Thanks for the share. So we had that ribbon, and then we went to pink. So I did 2 loops, and I'm going to do 4 loops of the pink. Hey Jan, thanks Donna. Alright, so there's the pink, and we did the heart next, so we're going to put this in next. Hey Stephanie, how are you? And then we're going to go in with the stripe again, and we're going to add 2 loops. So we have not given the we have not had the drawing yet for the wreath that we made last night. So we will do that drawing tomorrow on our Sunday Live. So if you have not shared that video and that post, go share that, so that way you can be entered into the drawing. And if you don't mind, share this video so other people can see us. That would be amazing. Hey Cheryl, how are you? Hey Paula, how is Kentucky? Alright. Thanks for the share. Donna, I've been making bows for a long time. But the ribbon that I was talking about earlier that Denise is learning how to make a bow in the shop, it took me several years to learn how to make a bow with that ribbon, because it does not have a wired edge. It's outdoor ribbon. It crinkles very easily. It's a very difficult ribbon to use. So it's taken me some time to learn how to make a bow. But practice makes perfect. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and add these to the wreath. And then we'll go back in and add silk around them. I normally do the opposite, but I want to go ahead and get the bow on the wreath. We're going to put our other one down here at the pull all of my tails downward. Yes, Sandy Lynn does make beautiful bows. I actually had her to make, when we were doing all the Boy Scout wreaths, we were so busy and I could not keep up with making bows. So she did make some bows for us for the live wreaths. And she does make beautiful ones. That indeed. When you have 600 orders and you have 600 ribbons you gotta make, can't do it all on your own. Alright. So there we go. So we've added our ribbons to the wreath. And we're going to go in and add silk. What do you guys think? Like it? Give us some hearts or comment below and let us know what you think. Alright, so we got the ribbon out of the way. Now we're going to add some silk and some flowers. Start filling it in. Start bringing it to life. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the hearts. Alright, so I'm going to go in. I'm going to add these. Thanks, guys. I'm going to add these geraniums. They're going to look beautiful. So I'm just going to cut this bush up. Thanks, Donna. Thanks, Emily. Alright. Get this other bush cut up. Oh no, Pat. Maybe go out of the live and then come back, and maybe it'll straighten up. Alright. So got all of my geraniums cut up. Phyllis, I'm not on every day. So if you watch the page daily, you'll be able to see when we're going live. With Valentine's and stuff coming up, we will be on a lot, almost every day. And we will be on popping in throughout the day, most days. But actual designing, we'll actually get a schedule together and we'll post it. So that way you can see when we'll be on. Hopefully that's helpful. Hey Debbie, thank you. Hey Pat. But we will be on tomorrow at 5:30 as well. designing. And we're just going in and we're just adding these flowers. Thanks, Trina. I'm just adding these all the way around the wreath. And we're hoping to have her linked up by next week so you can purchase some of the things that we've made. Cindy, I'm dipping it into glue. It's a very thick glue that adheres to the grapevine very well. So, yeah. So everything that we make here at the shop, we glue in, so that way we make sure that it does not come out, that your product lasts a lot longer. We are working on an Etsy shop. So we're getting that set up. We will also have a website that you can go and purchase from. But in the meantime, if you want a custom order, just message us through Messenger and we will get that taken care of for you. But the glue I'm dipping in, it's a very, very thick glue and it sticks to your fingers. I don't know if you can see on my fingers. It really bonds well. So I'm using Oasis glue. It comes in like a little yellow pillow form. And it comes in like a 25-pound box. Very good stuff. And I'll shape my ribbons and everything at the end, but that's after we added all the So this one right here, after we're done with it, would probably be like a $95 to $100 wreath. We can make something smaller. I just like using a 24-inch grapevine. Alright, so we're going to go back in and we're going to add some red peonies. Isn't those beautiful? I'm going to tear the tag off of them. Why do we have to have tags on everything, right? Okay. Alright. I'm going to refresh my phone because for some reason I'm not seeing all of your comments. So I'm going to go back out and then go back in. Because for some reason I'm not seeing them all. There we go. We're back. We got them on there. Alright. So I'm going to go back in. I'm going to add some of these red peonies throughout the wreath. Yes, I have been designing for about 17 years. I've had my own business for going on 6 years in May. We started with 2,000 square feet, and now we're up to 16,000 to grow into. I'm self-taught. I haven't had any training or anything. It just comes natural. Very blessed to have a gift to design, and I love to design. I come to work every day, and every day is different. I love what I do. So I'm just going in and adding this all the way around the wreath. And guys, I will have an easel next week, so that way you can actually see straight on of what I'm doing. But we'll show you in between each step as we go. So there's that after we added all of the red. And then we're going to go in. We're not going to add all of these, but we're going to add a few of these. Hey, Christy. How are you? Is those gorgeous? Oh, thanks, Jan. Alright, so we're going to go in. We're going to add a couple of these beautiful pink peonies. And they always say design in odd numbers. So if you're going to design 1, 3, 5, 7, but it doesn't always work out that way for me. Thanks, guys. Alright, let's see where these take us. Hey Katie, how are you? And I'm just going in randomly and just placing these in the wreath. Oops, missed the pan. So if you're just joining us, if you would, share the video so other people can see it and let us know where you're watching from. Alright, I think I need another one up here. Oops, now I had to grab the one with the tag on it, right? Alright. Hey Marcia, hey Sherry, hey Kelsey. Alright. Hey Stephanie, Cindy. So that's what we have so far. I'll show it again so you can actually see. I'm trying to get used to this camera. And then we're going to go in, we're going to add the Lily of the Valley. And that's really going to bring this to life with this. wildflower look. We'll probably end up using both bushes of this. I think it's going to add so much to this wreath. Thanks, Cindy. Thanks, Stephanie. Thanks, Cheryl. Oops. Again, we're hoping to have our links in our Etsy shop up next week, so that way you can go and purchase product from us. That's one thing that's on my list tonight to tend to. Alright. I'll just pull it apart. As you can see, that's just absolutely gorgeous. Alright. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to go all the way around the wreath with it and outline the wreath with this bush. Aw, thanks, Kelsey. Hey, Amy. Hey, Denise. Yes, Paula, I can't wait for you to visit the store. Did you watch the video earlier when I did the tour? Did you watch that video? You can. I really show the store in that video. Absolutely beautiful. And Missy just organized the whole store. We rearranged it all. So it's me, Missy, and Denise. We rearranged the whole store. And it's starting to come together with all the beautiful spring stuff that we just got in. Trish, the glue that I'm dipping in, so I'm dipping the stems into glue. So that way when I stick it in the wreath, it adheres to the grapevine. Actually, it's not that heavy. It looks heavier than what it is. It's not really that heavy. I have made heavier ones. Like that big 4 foot, 5 foot wreath that I did a couple weeks ago. That one you have to have a major hook. Excuse me, guys. When I'm making a wreath, I like my wreaths full. I think it just adds so much to the arrangement when you have different blooms, different textures, different greenery. It just adds to the whole arrangement. So I'll show you what it's starting to look like. As you can see, look how that white Lily of the Valley all the way around that wreath. Just brings that whole wreath to life. What do you guys think? Hey Barbara. Thanks guys. Thanks for the hearts. And all of these flowers we do have in the shop. We have more spring flowers, spring ribbon, all that coming after Valentine's Day. I have spring ribbon that should be here hopefully next week. But we do have a lot of silk to choose from in the store right now. Thanks Pat, thanks Kelsey, thanks Paula. Yeah, so one flower can enhance the whole arrangement to make it look totally different. To bring it from the wow factor. So so it does make a big difference. So another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these short and I'm going to add them into my ribbon here. So it carries out the whole wreath. And guys, if you're commenting and I haven't shout out your name or whatever, it may be because Facebook is not showing me your comment or something. Yes, Lenora. Look what a minute can do. Isn't that gorgeous? So this wreath is definitely coming to life. Thanks, Cindy. Thanks, Pat. All right. Alright, so we've added, we are located in Lewisburg, West Virginia, and we can ship wherever you want us to ship to. If you want us to make something custom, we can make something custom for you. Back in, I'm going to dovetail all of my ribbons. Bring all of that to life. Thanks, Trish. Alright, so we're going to dovetail all of these ribbon tails. Finish it off. Make sure all the tails are dovetailed, all the ribbons are dovetailed. Yeah. Yes, we do fresh and silk. Most definitely. Thanks, Cindy. Thanks, Jan. So, Cindy, these are silk flowers that I'm working with tonight, but we do work with fresh every day. So next week we will be doing fresh arrangements on live, so you can actually see me design with fresh flowers. But we could create the same effect as we did here with different flowers, but have the same look with fresh. Hey, Sandy. It's okay if you've missed most of it. You can actually go back and watch it on replay. So you can actually watch from start to finish. So don't feel like that you missed the process of making this wreath, because you can go back and watch after the live is over. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Elizabeth. Alright, so I just finished dovetailing all my ribbons. Hey, Pam.